Ready. When you're ready.
Fears come in all shapes and sizes. Some people are afraid of flying. Other people may be afraid of cockroaches. Me? I admit to being afraid of sloppy Joe sandwiches. Now there's a long story behind that, so I'll spare you the details. But one thing is for sure, we have all experienced fear at some point throughout our lives. Psychologists have been studying these fears for decades. One thing that they all agree upon is that certain fears are not negative emotions. Rather, they are essential tools for our survival. And this makes sense. After all, we don't stick forks in the toaster oven because we're afraid of getting shocked. And rightfully so. Fears such as these work to our benefit. However, not all fears work the same way. In fact, there's at least one fear that works against us. It hampers our abilities and limits our potential. I'm talking about the fear of failure. You see, the fear of failure is like a plague or a virus because it relentlessly attacks people's ambitions, goals, and dreams. And many times, it completely destroys them. So what can be done to combat this dreadful disease? The truth is, we can immunize ourselves against this disease by changing our way of thinking. You see, we have a choice to change the way we look at results. Rudyard Kipling, in his famous poem If, encourages us to meet with triumph and disaster and to treat those two imposters just the same. Imposters, he said. What did he mean by imposters? I believe that he meant that success and failure are simply ideas society has created to measure others against ourselves. But these words have such ambiguous meanings to different people that to use them to label our accomplishments is just setting ourselves up for a long and difficult journey, a journey that most won't even get to finish. However, avoiding failure at any cost isn't the answer because it isn't human. Humans mess up. We all make mistakes. But we can learn from our mistakes and continue trying to make more accomplishments. I made a choice last year to try out for the academic decathlon team. At my school, no sophomore had ever made the team. I was told it would be next to impossible. The odds were stacked against me. I would probably fail. I chose to look at it in a different light. I realized that even if I didn't make the team, I could still learn from the experience. I could learn to try harder for the next year. Or, God forbid, I could find another passion. Now things did work out for me, and I did defy the odds. But I can take comfort in knowing that even if I didn't make the team, things would have worked out anyway. And I know that because I know that life isn't perfect. We all have our ups, and we all have our downs. But the people who realize that the word failure is not the same thing as the word loser are the very same people who will never give up, no matter what happens. And these are the people whom I believe will succeed in no matter what walk of life they choose to take. Now, if we want to go on fearing airplanes, or bugs, or even sloppy joes, that's okay. There's not much harm in it. But if we can learn to thrive, not merely survive on our failures, then we can all become true successes. Thank you.